Hi and welcome to A Day in the Garden with me, Christina Linder. Today I thought we would do a little Grinch tree. This is a really fun little project that you can do with friends or children or whoever, enemies even. The whole idea, of course, with the Grinch is that it's kind of bright colors and it's kind of funny and it's kind of childish, I should say, which is a good thing. So I have here a little tree. This is a very lime green. This is a lemon cypress. And when you rub the foliage and you smell it, it smells very fresh of lemon. So these are actually plants that don't love being house plants. After Christmas, what you would do is you would unwound it and straighten it back up, and you could plant it into a bigger pot. And if your climate's not too cold, you can put it back outside and it'll live and it'll grow. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take him out of his plastic pot, because the pot I want to put him in, this decorative pot, doesn't fit that plastic pot. So that's quite simple, straightforward. You can also put this in here on a bit of an angle if you have room to do that, because we're going to put a curve in this little tree now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use florist wire. And this is a very thin one. It's a 26 gauge and it is thin like a fishing line. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around our little tree. And we're going to make really sure that we don't wrap it too tightly, because we don't want him to look too skinny. We want him to look nice and plump. So I'm going to go over him one time like this, from the bottom to the top, like that. And then I'm going to pull off a bit of wire and I'm going to go back down again, like that. Like so. And now that we have a bit of wire on them, like that, not too tight, we're going to bend him and we're going to give him a little bit of a massage like this, gently, so we don't break him. And we're going to go over him one more time, like that, like so, like that. And I'm making like a little loop at the very tip here, because we're going to hang a little ornament there. I'm going to go over him one more time with this green wire. And if you don't have green wire at home, honestly, like, you could use anything. You could even use like a yarn if you wanted to. And down to the bottom, like that. And we're going to wrap that around like so. And we're going to work on the shape a little bit more now. A little bit more bend. And then I have a crimped wire here, and this has a little kink in it. You can find this in some craft stores, or a florist shop might have it, or you could also use like a Christmas tinsel if you wanted to. I think the key here is that whatever you have, just make it work. And I'm going to wrap this now. I'm going to secure it gently at the bottom, like that. And we're going to go over him, wrapping. And you could choose any color, of course. This is kind of like a silvery pink, but any color will do. And it's just to kind of give it a little bit of sparkle. And we'll go over him one more time. And like I said before, you want to make sure that you're not pulling the wire too tight, because you don't want to bind him skinnier than he needs to be. A little bit of plumpness is kind of handsome. And going all the way down like that. There. That looks pretty good. And then, because everything is more fun if you can put lights on it, I have here this little tiny battery packed light string. So we're going to unwrap that. And then we're going to test it, make sure it works. Yes, it works. Good stuff. And we're going to just tuck that into the bottom here. And we're going to wrap this one around too. And this is, of course, a lot more fun when it's dark in the winter time. If you can light things, you can see them better. Like so. And then we're going to take a little ball. I have a glass ball here, and if you pull this thing out like that, it's a little fiddly, but you can do it. Take that thing off, don't loose it. And we're going to hook that into this little loop that we did at the top here. Like so. And then we're going to put that little crown back on. And we're going to squeeze these two little prongs together. It's proving easier said than done. Like that. Pop that on. And then we pop the ball on. Like that. And the reason I chose this heavier pot is because this is a little bit off balance now. And it's kind of important that it doesn't fall over. And then we're just going to cover the top with a little bit of moss. Like that. Tuck that in a little bit. And there you go. There's your little Grinch tree. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And as always, please like, follow, and share. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.